Um, well, are we gonna have sound? Are we live? Can you hear us? Anybody? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yay!
Nice.
Wow, that was a long silent second. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. This is not what we do for a living, so don't hold it against us. But what we do have are some very cute puppy dogs. As you guys saw, little Dove getting her wiggles in. Yeah, no good. So, as I was trying to say earlier, Dove is a F1 Cavapoo. Her mom is a Cavalier King Charles, and her mommy weighs 26 pounds. And then her daddy is a pure poodle, and he weighs 13 pounds. So she'll get somewhere around that size. I love her personality because, like, as you saw, she's just chill, collected. You can, like, she's just, you can do anything with her. She's just so daggone cute. You are, you're just so cute. I have the best job in the whole world. Oh, your head wasn't even there. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, we gotta let your sister steal the show, okay? Come on. Come on. It's your sister's turn.
Alrighty. And this is Dove's sister, Dream. Look, you see right there? Look there. There you go. Give you some camera time. There you go. Okay. Wanna go play? Wanna go play with your sister?
So if you guys are joining us on social, if you'd like to come over to our website to enjoy the full experience, you can actually like comment and engage with us. So we would love to have you. The more the merrier. Yeah, because we get some fantastic questions from our clients. Yes, we do. Fun fact, did you know that the Cavapoo was originally made in Australia?
Australia.
Australia.
Out of all the places.
With the kangaroos. In 1990, supposedly is when the first Cavapoo was made.
And we are highlighting Cavapoos today. And in honor of that, on our site from now until Sunday, all the Cavapoos are $250 off. So definitely check out our available babies on our website.
Which is unheard of. Like our puppies don't go on sale. And for the Cavapoos to be $250 off, I don't know who made that decision, but take it while you can. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? She's like, no.
You guys are fun.
They are. So Cavapoos are one of the #1 breeds that we adopt here at the dog club, primarily because of their personality. Like they are so sweet and loving. They're fantastic companions, and they get a lot of those characteristics from the Cavalier. Cavaliers are they're like a dwarf golden retriever. They're just so good with kids. They don't have a mean bone in their body. They're so sweet and loving, and like they have enough love for everybody. And then when we cross those wonderful characteristics with a poodle, poodles are known for their intelligence. According to the AKC, they're the most intelligent breed. They're known for their non-shedding coat, which is delightful.
Yes.
Yes. So when you cross those two breeds together, like no wonder they're one of the most popular designers in America. Oh, you got an itch.
My itch.
Oh. For those of you guys joining us from social, if you'd like to hop over to our website to get the full experience, we would love to have you. When you're over here, you can ask us questions and it can be like a fun, interactive experience. My name's Stephanie. I'm one of the leaders here at the dog club. I've been here since, somebody wants to say hi. I know, it's all about you. But I've been here since we opened our doors 7 years ago. And this is my dear friend Jasmine, and she is one of our adoption specialists. She helps pair these perfect little puppy dogs with their perfect mommies and daddies. Yeah. Yeah. So, oh my goodness, thank you guys. We've got so many visitors right now. That is amazing. Thank you so much. All right, so somebody's wondering, what are your top 3 breeds if they have small kids in the home?
Mine personally, I would definitely say Cavapoos. I really like, depending on what you're looking for in terms of weight. I know these can be a little bit bigger, but I do really like the mini golden doodles. And then I also really love the Capuchons. They'll be a little bit more laid back than a Cavapoo, but they're super sweet and super patient with kids, especially like the younger ones. So I would say those are my top 3 for families with little ones.
All right. We have another question. How small do they stay? I'm really wanting a dog for my family, but want to have one that generally stays on the smaller side. That's a fantastic question. We traditionally will base the estimate adult weight off of parents' weights. So when you're on a puppy's profile, it will tell you exactly how much each parent weighed. And that will give you a pretty good gauge of what the puppy will be as an adult. So with these guys, with the mom being 26 pounds and the dad being 13 pounds, we estimate this puppy to be around 15 to 18 pounds as an adult. And I like that size dog because it's not super teeny tiny with a teeny tiny bladder and it has to go out really frequently. You know, it's still a small breed, but it's big enough that, you know, it can hop on the couch if you want it to. And it's not just like super tiny and fragile, but still like portable. So if you want to go like hiking, you know, like the dog's not taking up the entire back seat.
Yes, absolutely. How do you feel about the Cavapoo's energy level on like the hikes or some people with the longer jogs and things like that in the morning?
That's a good question. So they have a moderate energy level, especially when we're looking at the F1s. An F1 is what these little guys are, half Cavalier, half Poodle. So a Poodle, love to go on a hike, lots of energy, let's go, you know, conquer them out. But a Cavalier is like, put me in a stroller. So with an F1, like, you know, walk around the neighborhood, fantastic. A couple mile hike that's not, you know, straight up a mountain, fine. But this is not going to be an Australian Shepherd that will be able to do like a long endurance hike. But generally like perfect for a family.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a good mix because it's a breed that can be calm enough that I can chill out and watch a movie with the family, and then we can go play ball in the back. And I'm not super intense. I'm not super need right now. They're just very calm, enjoyable dog to be around. I love Cavapoos.
Oh yeah, they're like one of my favorite breeds that we have here. I love them. Their temperament, their personality, it's just like, it's amazing.
Yeah. And did you know the Cavapoos are one of the most popular designer breeds to be service dogs?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I read that when I was researching. Specifically for many therapy organizations use Cavapoos because of their calming and empathetic nature.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. I have seen quite a few go home and be like therapy and emotional support dogs from like our clients. I didn't know that's what they like. They were popular for that though, like across the world.
It
So
makes
that's awesome.
sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
My my daughter's first grade teacher adopted a Cavapoo from us, and she put it through therapy dog training. And now it will go to the school, and
That's
it's
so
so well mannered. Her name is Lily. She's so sweet. I heard a knock. That makes my heart sad because it means it's puppy reset time, and I had a lot of fun. Oh, okay.
Well, you guys ready to say bye bye?
She says no. I'm not ready. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go either. You see, bye. I see, bye bye. 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 Okay. Bye, guys. Whoop.
You want to say more bye byes? Hey, right here.
Say bye byes. Say bye bye.
There you go. Bye.
Okay, well, this is exciting because we have two new little babies with us. This is a precious little girl. Hi. What are you doing? Hi. Her name is Fina. She is an F1B Cavapoo. So her mom is a Cavapoo, only 15 pounds, and then her dad is a poodle, only 10 pounds. It's okay. I see the tail wagging. I see the tail wagging. It's coming now. It's coming. Here we go. Come on. Come on.
Right. And this is Fina's brother, Franklin. Look there. He's got the cutest little ears.
Okay,
Yeah.
here you go. Say hi.
Sweet. Oh, you want to play?
Oh, look at the blenheim. All right, so this coloration, the red and white, is considered a blenheim. And we use that terminology instead of red and white because that's the color that the AKC calls the red and white Cavalier. So that's a blenheim, and this is considered a ruby. Aren't they cute? Okay, I am getting lots of fantastic questions, guys. You all are so awesome. And I will try to catch up. I'm sorry, I got distracted with the dogs. Hi, I got a Cavapoo from you and thinking about getting another sibling for my girl. What are your thoughts on this? I think that dogs are instinctively group animals, and dogs love the companionship of their own species. And I would highly suggest that you get your puppy a friend, because it just brings so much interaction into their life, so much mental stimulation into their life from their own species. And just because you're getting them a friend, it doesn't mean they're going to love you any less. They're still going to love you just as much. Um, that I love dogs in pairs. I really do. I think it's kindest for your dog to have a friend of its own species.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's a very, very good question. Michael Green, when can these puppies be seen? Michael, that's a fantastic question. We are lucky enough for today, all of these puppies are old enough to be visited with. So you're welcome, to call up our adoption team, Jasmine, and they will get you all set up to come in and visit with the puppy. And one of the cool things about us here at the Dog Club is our deposit is 100% refundable and returnable. Transferable.
I knew you were going to fix it.
Because it is so important that our clients come and meet these puppies in person. We want you to have that emotional connection with that puppy. We know that, look, she's like, hi, hi, with me, I'm cute. Perfect. And when you come in to visit with the puppy that you think you're going to love the most, for any reason, if you're not 100% satisfied, then we'll refund your deposit, or we can show you some other pups to make sure that we get you the perfect puppy for your family and for the personality of your family. And we pair that with the personality of the puppy. So very, very good question. I appreciate you asking. Hi, what are you doing? Hi. Oh, hello. Hello. Hi, it's nice to get a kiss from you. It's nice to get a kiss from you. Mwah. I'm gonna get you. Okay. Get you. I hate you. Did you want to show our guests how to size for a harness?
Yeah.
That is such a common question that we get, and it's so hard for me to explain it over the phone. So now we're going to show you how to do it right and how to do it wrong.
Okay, who wants to do it? Come here. Let's go. Okay. All right. So I am going to use Miss Fina here as my assistant. And the first thing we're going to do, first thing you want to do is put the harness flat. That's going to be the easiest way to put Pup in there. And we're just going to line up her little paws right in there. There we go. And just pull it on up. Now, the one that I have on her, it's a medium, and you can tell it's kind of slouching, way too much room back here and up here. So if she wanted to, she could just slip right out of this. So how it should fit, let's try on a small. You want to try this small? There we go. Oops. All right. And this is perfect. How you want it to fit is you want to be able to just fit like 2 fingers in that harness, so you know that it's comfortable for them. But you want it to be a snug fit. That way when you're walking them, anything they jerk, they won't slip out of the harness and get away from you. All right. Thank you, Tina. You did a beautiful job. You want to go back and play now? Good job.
Thank you, Jasmine, for that illustration. That was awesome. And we have some great questions from Ashki Ray. We have a 1-year-old Cavapoo adopted from the Charlotte Dog Club last November. Thank you. If we want to add another one to our family, is it better to get the same sexed dog or a different? That's a fantastic question, and it's one of the common questions that we get on the adoption team. First off, I would ask to make sure that your dog is already spayed and neutered. If it's not spayed and neutered, you might run into some challenges, especially if it's a little boy. But if it is spayed or neutered, honestly, either are going to be okay, as long as you plan on spaying and neutered the new family member that you bring in. I think that you're going to be fine. In my household, I have girl and boy dogs, and they all get along fine. My little girl is the boss because she's half Yorkie. She bosses my golden doodles around. She tells him what to do, that she's in charge. Yeah, she gets hi. What are you doing? Hello.
I was like, I just can taste your hair.
Perfect. Okay. Jose is wondering, do we offer military discounts? And yes, we do. Thank you so much for your service. America would not be, where it is if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much. And you do get a military discount. We also give discounts to teachers and to senior citizens also get a discount. We recently just added that pastors get a discount. I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, like firefighters, first responders. Yes. You guys are all fantastic. Like, our communities would not be what they are if it wasn't for all of your hard work and dedication to our communities. So thank you so much. And the least we can do is give you guys a discount on a precious puppy. And Janie has a great question. At what age is it okay for a puppy to sleep in your bed? I love this question. It's so controversial. My bed is really high, and I'm afraid if I let my puppy sleep in the bed too early, then he'll jump off and fall and get hurt. Okay, that adds another element to it for sure. Okay, let's answer the first question first. When is it okay for your puppy to sleep in your bed? This is a personal preference. And a lot of trainers are going to tell you a dog should never be in the bed because that makes the dog feel as though it's of equal level to you. Like, there's no pecking order. The dog is in the same pecking order because you're sleeping in the same bed. Completely understandable. I'm sure it's right. With that being said, my dogs sleep in my bed. And I allowed them to sleep in my bed when they were housebroken. I did not want to roll over to a wet spot. So that was kind of like my deciding factor of, I could trust them through the night and not have any accidents. And that's when they came to the bed and they never went back. So it's really just a case by case scenario of what you want, but also, like, if you're working with a puppy who is particularly dominant and you're working through that dominance, it's not a good idea to have the dog on the bed. But if you have a passive puppy or a dog who we don't have any temperament challenges out of, I would say it might be okay. Now, as far as the height of the bed, I mean, that's another huge factor. I guess when you do let her sleep on the bed, make sure that she's, like, dogs, once they fall asleep, at least with mine, they don't move. Like, my daughter's Morkie, the Maltese Yorkie cross, she always sleeps on the back of Jules's pillow. And that's where she stays all night long. That's her spot. So if you're afraid, you might just want to get a spot by the headboard or in the middle of the bed. And just be mindful, at any time, whether it's a puppy or an adult, they could fall off and potentially get hurt. You might want to think about stairs or putting a bench at the bottom of your bed too. Or maybe, I wonder if you could even put like a dog bed with bumpers on the bed. Like if the doggy's in their bed on your bed, and it's kind of like elevated sides, that might make it a little bit safer. I'm probably gonna have a lot of dog trainers email me after this.
Yes. Terrible advice.
Christina, you adopted 2 Cavapoos? Oh my gosh, congratulations! Oh, way to go! Yeah, way to go, Christina! She's gonna have so much happiness now. So much, I know it. I agree. Yeah, she's gonna be so happy. Yes.
That's all.
Michael Green asks, what are the visitation? I know, I need to give you attention, but Michael has a question, okay? And his question is, when are the visiting hours? So Michael, we do work off of appointments. We want to make sure that each one of our clients has an adoption agent that's special for them, and that we can carve out time to make sure we answer all of your questions and ensure that we're putting our puppies in the right home. So just give us a call on our adoption line and we will schedule a time that's convenient for you. We're open 7 days a week, and we open up traditionally at 9. I know on Sunday we open up a little bit later, and we're traditionally open, I think, until 5 during the week. But sometimes like our days are completely full with families who are already coming to adopt their puppies. So it is really important to give us a call because we do work off of those appointments. Yeah. Very great question. Oh, yeah. Somebody saying hi. That was so nice of you. You're just so social.
Is that you coming to get me?
Yes, you are. What? Hello. Hi. What do you think about crate training?
I think honestly, before working here, I didn't really understand the importance of it. But I think after seeing it firsthand, especially with our head trainer like Jackie and the training team, it makes such a big difference. Like walking into where they train, the training, when you walk in there, you could hear a pin drop. Like, and I love that. Especially like at bedtime, you don't hear whines or anything. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And I think it's just so beneficial, not only for the pup to like have their own space to where they can feel comfortable. Because one thing I know Jackie says is it's not their prison, it's their space. So even like leaving that door open during the day so they know like, you know what, I'm tired, I'm just gonna go in here and lay down real quick. And then also just you having that peace of mind as their pups, before you trust them with that extra freedom around the house, knowing that they'll be fine in their crate, crating them at night. I just think it adds some stability for them, really. So I think it's super important.
It makes for a happier puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they have those boundaries. And dogs are, like, they instinctively sleep in dens. So they like to have a small little space for them to like to cuddle up in. And on the training topic, we had a great question from Maddie. Any suggestions for excessive barking? We have a toy Cavapoo. That's a great question. I know it can be extremely frustrating to have a dog that is incessantly barking. Oh, it's puppy reset time. Let me answer this question and then we'll be right there. I would recommend that you call us and get a call with trainer Jackie. She would be able to ask a lot of questions as far as why and when. There's a lot of reasons why they bark. But one of the biggest reasons is, especially if they're a little bit older, it's called command barking. They're commanding something out of you and they're insisting that you do it. So they're acting like little brats. And it's important that we do not give them what they're asking for. Like, so for example, if a dog has had a couple treats from the table and it wants more, so it sits and it barks and it barks and it barks and it barks. And we're like, oh my goodness, please be quiet. I'll just give you another cookie. Whoops, we just trained our dog to bark more. So it's very hard. But it is something that is fixable, and it's really important that you try to fix that behavior as soon as possible. So give us a call and get a call with trainer Jackie, and she will be happy to help you with that behavioral problem. So that's a great question. Okay, it's time for a puppy reset. Come on. Oh my goodness, you're tiny. Hi, buddy. Doris. Well, hello. We have a precious little ladybug right here, and her name is Doris. Here, we'll back up. Doris, you want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. Hi. Hello. I'm a very happy little girl. Yes, I am. Doris is a F1, so her mommy is the pure Cavalier. Oh, wait a minute. Does this one remind us of anybody? Maybe our first two. Yeah, you're siblings with Dove and Dream, aren't you? I think you are. Are you their sister? Are you their sister? Yeah, I think you look just like her. You do. So mommy is 26 pounds. She's a Ruby Cavalier. And daddy is a Merle miniature poodle and only 13 pounds. Say hi. I'm very, very pretty. Yes, I am. Okay, come on. No, come on. Uh-oh.
Alrighty. And this is Miss Nita. Nita is also an F1 Cavapoo. Mom was the mini poodles, and mom was 12 pounds, and then dad a Cavalier at 16 pounds. And both of her parents were tricolored. Okay, you. So sweet.
Hi. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hello. Want to play? So for you guys just joining us, I'm Stephanie, and this is my friend Jasmine. She's one of the adoption agents here. And if you're visiting us from social, if you want to hop over to our website to get the full experience, you'll be able to interact with us and ask us questions. One of the common questions that we get is, what kind of dog food do we feed our dogs? And that is a big conversation. Dog food is a huge deal. Like, it's the nutrients, and it helps your puppies grow, and there's hundreds of different options, and then hundreds of different sizes, and which kibble size do I feed, and when does my dog switch over to an adult? It's a big deal to feed the right food. So what we did here at the Dog Club is we looked through a few different brands that had good quality ingredients, and then we did a feed trial. So we gave lots of different dogs, lots of different types of food to see which one they went to and they really enjoyed and they had a good stool with. So the winner at the Dog Club was Royal Canin. We like Royal Canin because it's very nutritionally balanced for our puppies, and they really like the flavor of it. I like it because with their puppy line, they have like a little tiny kibble. And oftentimes, like, these little guys, they're just like 4 pounds. So they really enjoy the smaller kibble instead of like having to open their mouth up so much for the bigger kibbles that some other companies had. And it has just good probiotics in it, which helps keep their gut balanced. In our gut, just like with us, that's where a lot of the immune system lives. When the puppies are already babies, so they already have, an immune system that is getting developed. So it's really, really important that, they have that good bacteria in their gut, and we feel as though the Royal Canin helps develop that. And also, like, not to talk about poop, but it's a big deal with puppies. We need to make sure that their stool stays firm. We don't want them to have a loose stool. We don't want them to get dehydrated. So what you feed is really important. On that topic, when you take your puppy home from the Dog Club, we do want to see your puppy to have a minimum of 2 bowel movements a day. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to gauge how much a puppy is eating because they do tend to be grazers, but we can determine and make sure they're eating enough based on how many bowel movements they have. Yeah. What are you doing? You're just so cute.
How do you feel about that a lot of our clients ask about, like, I know we send home a transition kit, and
Yes.
we send home with a wet food mixture.
Yes.
And then we say after the wet food mixture, you can just continue on to dry food.
Yes.
Some people say they like the wet food mixture.
I'm sure the dog does too.
Right. Yeah. Yes, 100%. So how do you feel about using a canned food into adulthood?
Oh my goodness, that's really going to be on who you ask. The way that I was taught was the hard kibble it's very important for the dog because that kibble like scratches up against the side of the tooth. Therefore, it helps like remove the tartar, and it helps the mouth to stay cleaner. Versus sometimes the canned food can stay in their mouth.
Okay.
And maybe those dogs can be a little bit more inclined to have gingivitis and a little bit quicker to have oral problems. Now, I know another person might give you a different opinion, but my dogs are on a hard kibble. And my dogs also, they have a dental bone that they eat after every meal because, I've seen dentals get done, and it's disgusting. It's so gross, and I don't want my dog's teeth I don't want to have to put my dog through a dental. It's stressful. So if I can prevent it, we do our best. And that's definitely something that we're talking about the Cavapoos right now. Cavaliers are wonderful in a lot of ways, but they're not known for the best teeth in the world. No, they're not. So it is really, really important that when you adopt a Cavapoo that you're very mindful of their oral hygiene, that you make sure that they've got lots of bones and chewies. And I'm not talking about something that's really hard. I want something that's soft so they can sink their teeth into it. It can scratch up on the side of their tooth. It can kind of help massage that gum. We don't want to give them something super hard. We want to make sure what we give them at this age is specific for puppies and that it's soft. We're working with baby teeth right now. Baby teeth. We don't want to be cracking the baby teeth with something that's too hard and then causing more damage.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's a great question. Yes, it is. What are you doing? Process. Okay, I apologize. I'm behind on my questions. Okay, Hannah said, I lost my dog a few weeks ago, and it has been so sad and lonely in the home. Do you have any suggestions on how long you should wait before you get your next dog and when you know you're ready? Oh, I'm so sorry, Hannah. That's the hardest part about owning a dog is when you're ready. I'm sorry you have to go through that. That can be on a case-by-case scenario. When you're ready, sometimes, sometimes you need a little bit of time, to heal. But I don't know, having that empty home with, nothing to come home to, no puppy to feed in the morning. I mean, this morning I woke up at 5 o'clock and I had 2 golden doodles staring at me. And I was like, it's so early, but I love them so much. Like, the joy that a dog brings into our life is unlike any other animal. And so I think that, your previous dog loved you so much. Yeah, I got really tasty hair. Thank you. And, looking at you down in heaven, and I think it would make him happy if you had another companionship and if you had another doggie that, looked over you and you had somebody to come home to with a little wagging tail. Dogs bring so much joy into our lives. Yes, you do. So much joy. Yes, you do. You little stink bug. Oh, I love her personality.
Oh, she's
so cute. You are. You're just so cute. But it's hard losing a dog. It's so hard. They're a family member. They're part of your everyday routine. They're why you come home from work early. They're why you wake up early. They're, why you went outside on a run.
It's literally just like having a kid. It's the same thing.
Yeah, and you get just so used to the routine of having a dog. And hello. Thank you. No. You want to go play? Yeah. What are you guys doing? Are you having lots of fun?
And from now until Sunday, if you look at our Cavapoos, they will be marked down $250 since we're highlighting these guys this week.
Yeah, which is insane. Like, our Cavapoos don't go on sale. No, they don't, because they're just so darn cute. Yeah. But we are so excited to showcase this breed. They are near and dear to all of our hearts. I know our trainer, Jackie, this is one of her favorite ones to have in her training kennel because they're just so smart. They're so easy to train. Yeah, so we definitely recommend crate training. We recommend, just you being the leader in the home with the dog. The dog should not be in charge. If it feels as though you're not in charge, it will take the role of being in charge. But it's not good at it, and the dog should not be in that role. So that's why it is so critical for, well, hello. Doris is saying hi to everybody, and she's trying to get the camera. Doris, hi, darling. Don't get the camera.
First pup of the day to do that.
Sorry, technical difficulties. It's what happens when we work with puppy dogs. I don't even remember what we're talking about. Oh, dogs. Yeah. Dogs being trained to do naughty things. That's what we're talking about. Oh. Yes, so it's important from the day one when you take your puppy home. I want you to teach your puppy to sit, stay, come. Your puppy needs to have manners. Before you feed your puppy breakfast, make your puppy sit. Before you walk outside the door, not when you're potty training, but once you're potty trained, make your puppy sit before you go outside and then before you come back inside. You know, this is not just to teach your dog good manners, it is to teach your dog leadership, that you are in control and you've got the house under control, and the puppy will be so much happier and calmer and more content. And it can be in its puppy dog role. We, you know, oftentimes we'll see behavioral problems and challenges out of puppies when dogs are treated like kids. They're not a kid. I know they're adorable and precious, but they need to have boundaries, and they need to know when it's okay to do something and when it's not. Yes. And right now it's okay to play with a toy. Yes, it is. Yes. Yes. And when you get toys for your puppy, it is important to just get a variety of toys. Sometimes they like things with no fluff, that squeak. In my household, we always like things like with tentacles or legs. Because you know oh my goodness, that scares you. It scared me too. But like my boys are always like playing tug of war, so we like things like this and this. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Yeah, it's fun. You're very pretty. You know that? You're very pretty. You are too. Yeah.
Here you are. I saw another comment come in.
I get so distracted with puppies. Sorry. Sarah says, Liz says, I want a Cavapoo. Great choice. I just have to wait until my son gets a little older so he can help me. But I will be calling y'all when I am ready to get one. Awesome. And Sarah, I always tell my my moms with kids, incorporate the child in with the training, okay? Because instinctively, these puppies are going to view kiddos, especially the younger ones, not as a leader, but more of like the litter mate, because your kid's closer to the ground and your kids are going to want to have like all the fun with the toys. And that's okay to an extent, but it is important that you do incorporate your kids to teaching the dog to sit, stay, come. You know, I always like for kids to feed the dogs, you know, and that way the dog has to sit before we feed them. And the dog knows, oh, okay, I'm getting something very important from my leader up there, and it's dog food. And oftentimes, you know, we'll see less puppy kid behavioral challenges if the child is incorporated with the training. And, you know, we understand that training can be challenging, and that's why when you choose to adopt from the Charlotte Dog Club, you'll have unlimited access to our team of certified dog trainers. And throughout your puppy's life, you're able to contact us, and we'll be happy to walk you through whatever phase your puppy might be going through at that time. You know, our puppies are a lot like kids. We'll overcome one challenge, and then another one's going to pop up. And it's just part of babyhood. And it's part of grooming and making a fantastic adult dog, teaching them what they need to learn through this phase of their development. Fantastic question. All right, Liz has a great question. Food aggression. Both of my Cavapoos protect their food, and I have to separate them while eating. Any tips on this topic? Liz, that's a great question. I'm not a professional on food aggression. I would probably say, if you don't mind, just reach out to our training team, and they'll be happy to walk you through. I know that it is definitely something that's fixable. And I'd probably like to ask you too, like, do you make them sit before? Like, do they know sit, stay, come? Do they know those boundaries? Do they know those? Because if they do, then, you know, maybe we can utilize some of the core training that our dogs should have. And, you know, you feed one dog, like when I feed my dogs in the morning, I make everybody sit, and then I'll put down their bowls, and they all have to wait. They know they have to wait, and it breaks my heart. These are little eyes like, oh my God. And they think they haven't been fed in like 5 days, which they got fed dinner the night before. But in their mind, they forgot. And so I make them all sit, and then I'll say their names. I'll be like, Rim Rim, eat. Charlie, eat. Ruger eat, and then they all know their name. And it's the same way when we walk in the door, because I've got 3 golden doodles and 1 Morkie. The Morkie, she doesn't sit or listen real well, so I didn't do so great on that one. But my golden doodles, they all have to sit before we come in and we go out the door, and that helps, especially because I'm managing a herd. But definitely reach out to trainer Jackie, and she will be able to help you with overcoming that challenge. I do love that you realize that it's something that it's an opportunity for you to overcome something, and you're not just allowing that behavior to continue. So that is awesome. Good job, doggy mom, for that. That's awesome. Perfect.
I'm getting attacked for treats.
Oh, look at the snakes. Look at you. You guys like those treats? Is it fun? Is it fun?
All right. Well, it looks like that is our time for today. But
It has been so much fun hanging out with you guys. Thank you all so much for your time and joining us at the Charlotte Dog Club.